get gone. Gon' get that me on. Ain't no give me not a thing. So I spend 90K on my range. You can see all my pain in my watch. Got my ex down and walking around with my hand on my, cause I'm popping and I know you're not.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Look at the spin. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Jackson now. Flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play on third down for the Lions. 45 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Marshawn Lynch. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
It's hauled in by Torrey Smith, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Orange. When I said.
On 1st and 10, here's Vick. Throw left side complete. That's Lewis. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. He got 29 yards that time.
Eagle.
From the red zone now, Vick. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
First down, the run with Lynch. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Marshawn Lynch, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. Forbeth, the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now, Dion Lewis to return. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
On 3rd down, Vick out of the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one. Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant, A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
No. Check. Patriots.
On third down, that's Jackson. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be...
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. The rookie picked off the rookie.
And guess what? They're pretty familiar with each other. It's not like when I was growing up and the dinosaurs were roaming the earth and you heard about a guy somewhere. Now they run into each other at camps, going through high school ball, recruiting, college games, all-star games, you name it. A lot more familiarity with each other.
To throw is Jackson. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Play action. It's Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On third down, it's Jackson. And now running right through it. And he's got room. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown. Yards. And the Lions add on to their lead. Charles, they had 6 DBs out there. They were thinking pass. They surprised him with a long run.
I wonder if they saw that and just checked to it. Maybe had an audible and said, you know something, against 6 defensive backs, let's run the football. Let's get our big guys downfield and match up with the littler guys and see if we can create some space. And not only did they create space, they created a path all the way to the end zone.
Forbath able to convert the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And his guys are going to get the foot. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if you're started through 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. On the run, this is Jackson. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
I'll bet you as they ran out there for that play, the head coach either on his headset or he pulled him aside and told the special teams coordinator, whatever block you've got, pull it out of the bag right now. We need a spark.
When you could just feel it on their sideline, the air just kind of out of the balloon. Now maybe you're right, a spark, a little bit of hope.
That's when the special teams coordinator who works on this ad nauseum, I'm talking about morning, noon, and night, he's trying to figure out, okay, where's my best opportunity? Which one do I have? And he pulled the right one and got his team going and hopefully back into the game. Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flipped field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Let's go.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now here's Vic.
Oh, shit.
He caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point,
I'm gonna do live. Hey, who wants this live?
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. From the gun, Vic. He's going to
what?
Deep right, and this is caught inside the 5. And he is in.
Nigga was in that zone, bro.
Des Bryant with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears
should be up 20 already, so.
And he'll bang that one through. Crosby on now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And an excellent return as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to air one out.
That's a whole lot. Oh, shit!
Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. 10. Back in the first quarter, you said it. They need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Gone! Detroit!
On second down, here's Jackson. Steps away, hammering for the goal line.
I knew that shit was gonna happen, son. I tried to fucking slide, son.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about
that
you,
bullshit was about to happen,
is it
son.
worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football.
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
Give me that shit.
My goodness,
Ball don't lie, nigga.
Interception. Touchdown, Lions. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. Back to it after the pick 6. Vick flush to his right. And now here is another interception. He's picked off at his own 47. And a potential turning point late in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. And Forbath will put this one through. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here's Lewis. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 42. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10, escaping the pressure right. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And thanks to the interception, the Lions offense cashes in with 6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here's Lewis. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
Let's go. Alpha, alpha. Tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right. Eagle, eagle. Hey, check, check. 3 down.
Third and long for Vic. Going for the deep ball. And they almost had another.
It's two wide open niggas
They
right there.
are all over the
Got
football
lucky
in
for
this
that
game.
shit.
Nearly another pick. Now fourth
Damn.
down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
Don't try to run that same play
It
again.
wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They will indeed go for it. Vic. And now
That's
here's
tough.
another interception.
I will score.
Picked off at the 38.
I know you could, Justice, nigga.
Possession, and
41-14.
at the 38-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Over.
On 2nd down, Jackson is going to let this one go deep. That's going to be caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. 41 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Lions offense cashes in with 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here's Lewis. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Play action now, Vic. Going deep here for Bryant. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Cut me out, partner. Was that incomplete?
That was on a deep ball to Dez.
And that's a surprise. The way he attacks the football in the air, it's always surprising to me when he doesn't complete a pass like that.
On 3rd down, Vic. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Orange. Lion. 300. Alpha. Eagle.
Here goes Vic on 4th down. Flushed out right. He completes it to Bryant. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Lynch running the counter. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Okay, let's face it. Most of the offensive linemen in today's NFL, they're going to weigh over 300 pounds. That doesn't mean they don't have agility. And the way that they can get out in front of a runner and create a space, sometimes it looks like they're going in one direction, and the runner uses his eyes to take him in another direction because it's been blocked so well. Love those misdirection or counter plays, and this one worked really well for a nice piece of yardage.
Buying time to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And it's a big turnover there on the final. Now it's Jackson. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around. You throw
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Well, look at that, Chuck. A rookie picked the rookie on that play.
How about that? Is that rookie-on-rookie crime? But you know what happens, too. If you're a rookie defender, you tend to adjust to the game a little bit quicker than if you're a quarterback. Too many things still going through his mind. And on that play, the rookie defender won the battle.
Finding room inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It goes as a gain of 8 and moves to James.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Rolling to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't a completion, but it wasn't a sack either. So the good takeaway, able to extend the life of the play. Normally, you would think he'd just take off and run downfield, but he was trying to find an open receiver, unable to do so.
Throwing again, Vic on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and
Halfback toss. Oh, fullback dive.
Here's Martin, and he's able to pick up the first.
That boy really trying to score.
Inside the 5 at the 4. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far.
That boy really trying to score.
They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll run with Lynch. Oh, look at that.
Sit down. Great tackle.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Run down the middle. Oh,
They'll try to throw it here, Vic.
That boy nervous.
He's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart
He got that boy Vic clueless out this motherfucker.
If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion.
Inside zone.
Vic, 3rd and goal.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do it. Oh.
I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the 1st half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the 1st target of the 2nd half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Yeah, find him.
And Crosby puts it through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzling.
Badass throw, come on.
And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
That's the time.
Passes out that far wide. Always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
Watch out, fuck him up.
Allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Watch it now, Barney! Over!
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Forced out to his left.
Watch out, fuck him up. Oh my God. Watch out, fuck him up.
And they are going to score again.
Come on, bro. We do this shit justice, man. Shout out to who made you.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, what, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Forbath, the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
do that halfback toss, my guy.
What has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No,
that boy make tackles.
And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Counter run.
Second down, Lynch. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
Formation, I see this formation all game.
Quickly on the defensive end. Here's Vic.
Don't do it.
Now a desperation
Don't do it.
downfield, and he couldn't to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Ooh, I want to murder that nigga.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being
I
corralled.
want to murder that nigga.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. A first down throw coming for Vic. He's going to let it fly.
We want that.
He couldn't
Come on,
quite
bro.
hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful,
Run
that
to
doesn't
the
get
other
them all the way
side now.
back to where they need
Gabby.
to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
Oh, that was mine.
Vic readies to throw. That's
That was mine.
incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders,
We want that 10th pick. We want that 10th pick, son. Let's get it, nigga.
Picked off at the 28.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Wow.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and he delivers the ball.
On third down, it's Jackson. And they're able to get this one across the 35.